Welcome back, BLACKGEO. Please like and subscribe. I love how everybody's supporting our channel. We are here in Astoria Park, named after John Jacob Astor. I mean, he was a fur merchant, but he was really one of the richest men in New York City. So, Astoria, what do you think they got the name from? And long story short, the man never even visited this place. But we are here, the BLACKGEO is here, and I told you, we are in this city to highlight not only beautiful places that's not, you know, in the history books or that's not talked about, but we're here to highlight people who are also like the BLACKGEOs. And I have a good friend we about to meet. His name is Del Ray. Like and subscribe to his channel, Del Ray 8000, matter of fact. This man is a world traveler. He finally started a YouTube channel. We told him to start a YouTube channel. The man started a YouTube channel, and he really gives game to a lot of black men, just men in general, about relationships, about life. Like I said, he's real known in the Asian side of the world, the European side of the world, and here at the BLACKGEO, we're gonna entice him to come to Africa, and specifically Nairobi, Kenya, where the BLACKGEO is based at, to come holler at us out there. So yes, we're gonna holler at my man Del Ray. He's pulling up right now. We are in the legendary, beautiful park of Astoria, man. I mean, it's a beautiful day. You see the sun is shining on me, right? Do you see that melanin? And like I said, I love my beanie. It's my new look for the BLACKGEO. I don't care out there who don't like it, but I just love being in gray, all right? So please like and subscribe to the channel. Please, my cast, you know, go see Africa out there. What up, my brother? Claudia Walks, what up, lady? We out there taking over this place, and trust me, the many more is growing. The many more is growing. Go up in the comment section. We have merch now, forthelove.com, forthelove.com. Please, go up there, buy some of the merch. We have some exclusive things bubbling up in this city, and also items you can buy to look good anytime you want to walk around. And if you want to walk around looking like the BLACKGEOs, go open the link right there. You'll see it. forthelove.com. And like I said, CX the Explorer is the businessman who's behind our clothing brand, For The Love. So you gotta follow CX Explorer, CX the Explorer. So get ready with us. We about to take on this nice little interview with Del Ray. He about to give us some game about life. He just got back from Thailand. Well, you know, we about to see his life, you know, just life lessons. That's things you gotta understand about people. Get the life lessons for everybody, man, you know? So this here at the BLACKGEO, that's what we're about to do. Let's go! This is the BLACKGEO. Please tell the people who you are, my brother.
Yo, it's Lionel Del Ray here. Cash App Del Ray 8000, and we in the building.
We in the building. So,
yeah.
My guy Del Ray 8000, you're a military veteran, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you was in the military for, bro?
I was in the Army for 3 years. I was a wheel vehicle mechanic, so like a 91 Bravo.
You know about up and yeah, speak to us, my brother.
Exactly. Humvees, MRAPs, all that stuff. Anything with a wheel, you know, we took care of it. So yeah, that's what I did for 3 years. And now I'm with the Air Force. So I do aircraft structural maintenance now. So pretty much like anything with aluminum, what you call it, magnesium, titanium, things like that. Like the body of the plane, we fix it. So.
And how long? So you say you've been in the military for 3 years?
Yeah, I'm 3 years now, and I'm going on 2 years with the Air Force. So 3 years with Army, going on 2 years with the Air Force.
And how long do you think you will enlist yourself in the Air Force or Army? How long do you think you'll spend?
You know, the thing about that stuff is that there's like a lot of politics. So I gotta see how I feel. I joined at an older age, so it's not like I necessarily need it for like sustenance, but I did because I wanted to serve. You know what I'm trying to say? So I gotta see how the politics go. Possibly moving overseas, you know, BLACKGEO, you all about that. Yeah, so, you know, so things like that. I gotta see how things go.
And do you have any family members in the military?
Surprisingly, I don't. My uncle was in the Jamaican military, but as far as like the actual American military, no, I do not.
But so I see you groomed into aviation. How long you been into like aircrafts and flying around the world? I mean, particularly with working and just, you know, on your side time.
Absolutely. So I was never really interested in aircrafts, but what happened was for me was I started working in the airline industry, and an aircraft is kind of majestic. If you've ever seen an aircraft, it's like, it's a bit of a wonder when you're up really, really close to it. So I kind of wanted to know how that worked and stuff like that. So just being around them physically inspired me, but I never really had that in my background. But, you know, it's a surprise, a good surprise.
So once you get up in those skies, you start loving the skies, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You get kind of addicted.
You know, what was it? There was a movie, one of those terrible movies, I think it was like with Vin Diesel, it was like XXX. whatever, however many of them they made. And one of the bad guys in the movie goes, you know, they ask him why he likes smoking, and he goes, I like smoking more than I like breathing air. And that's kind of what it's like when you start flying, right? Like, you almost start liking it more than like being on the ground, you know what I mean? So again, it's an interesting field. You know, you kind of get into it. Once you get into it, it's kind of addictive. So,
See, at the BLACKGEO, that's what we're here for. We're here to highlight people who are just like the BLACKGEO.
Absolutely.
It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
This man right here, he motivates us from America to
Absolutely.
the Asians, but we're gonna get a little bit to his story. Can you tell us where you're from, my brother?
So I'm from Queens, New York.
Okay, represent.
Right now we're in Astoria Park, so I didn't grow up too far from
Can
here.
I show them this beautiful bridge?
Absolutely.
Tribal Bridge, everybody. That's where we're at right now. Legendary.
So you can't see it now, but there's like they call it the track, and it's right around there. It literally is the road by the bridge. And when we were in high school, people would come and like race their cars around here. That's how long I've been in Queens. Yeah, but before they had things stopped up, you'd see all these like nice exotic cars. People would be racing, and you know, people come out here with their drinks. But that was back in the day. Now they're trying to make it more of a family atmosphere. So you know, and bring it up a little bit. So they kind of stopped that. There's really no driving there. But I'm from Queens, Forest Hills High School. Grew up in East Elmhurst, Trade Fair, 101st Street, represent.
Yeah, Elmhurst give me money,
and all that stuff.
Shout out to Elmhurst, they pay me.
Yeah. You know how we do.
So you talked a little bit about your background. You said you're Jamaican?
Yes, sir. Port Antonio, Jamaica.
Shout out to Jamaica.
Shout out, rude boy.
Yeah, man.
Big, more fire. So, you know, with that background, I think it shaped a lot of who I am, and we're gonna get to my channel a little bit later, but I also think it shaped me in regards to my thoughts and things about my channel and things like that. So yes.
And tell us a little bit about how the Jamaican culture has shaped New York City. I mean, outside, when you leave Jamaica, and I've been to Jamaica a few times, they love me out there, the Rastas know me, you know, shout out to them. But when I leave Jamaica and you come back to New York City, this is a Jamaican city, just like it's an African city. Can you tell them a little about that?
Absolutely. If you've ever been to Brooklyn, you know they pretty much call that Little Jamaica.
Oh my goodness.
There's Jamaica Avenue, a lot of Caribbean people in general. But yeah, the thing about Jamaica is that it's a small island with a big impact. Like if you look at the geography of Jamaica, we shouldn't be as big as we are, but I think it's the spirit of the people, right? The Taino people who are like, you know, like I guess the native Jamaicans of that area of Jamaica, as well as mixed with the Africans, you know, BLACKGEO, as well as myself, you know. So that combination of that blood, you know, it's just a powerful combination, you know, the melanin and things like that. So I really believe that, and I think that's the reason why Jamaica has shaped New York so much in the food and the culture, you know, and the swag and everything.
Being a West African, growing up in this country, Jamaicans, Haitians, they grew up with me. You know what I'm saying? So Absolutely. Jamaica is very close to me.
Absolutely.
Just like Bajans, because you know, I'm also Bajan also through my great grandfather. So when it comes to Jamaica, they show love to the BLACKGEO. They are always invited to the BLACKGEO. BLACKGEO will be dropping down soon in Montego Bay with them rosters. But we here with one of their sons over here. One of Jamaica's own Del Rey 8000 right here. So we're gonna get into some more things. So what age did you join the military?
So I joined the military when I was 27 years old. 27. So a lot older. It was interesting because I don't know, like a lot of people were like 10 years younger than me, 17, 18 years old, and they were going through problems that maybe I couldn't understand. You know, being away from home for the first time and things like that. So the experience was cool, but it was, I want to say, kind of annoying because, you know, a lot of the kids just weren't really up to standard. They kind of weren't really there as far as mentally and emotionally. But you know, I guess that's just part of the contract, you know, when you join something at that age.
So what was your feeling about the military before you joined, though? I mean, were you always into it, or was it something like that it was a spirit of moment type thing?
It kind of goes back to my Jamaican background. So I don't know if you guys know about Jamaica, but a lot of us are actually conservative. Like, we come here and we vote liberal, and when I mean conservative, I don't mean necessarily your politics, but you know, your constitution, the things that you believe in, whatever. So I feel like because of that sort of conservative sort of constitution, I wanted to protect and serve. You know what I mean? Like especially as a man, you know, with a masculine sort of ferocity, you do want to protect and serve. So I feel like that was always in me. Pause. But in regards to like
we all at a different time.
You know what I mean? But in regards to like you know, the way I thought about it, it made me, you know, open to that situation.
So joining the military, I know they let you travel around the world. Did you get sent anywhere? I mean, did you go to any country, any other place, or were you here in America?
No, unfortunately, I was with the Guard, And as a guardsman, you don't always get a chance to go where you're really supposed to serve here, you know, like nationally. So I didn't get the opportunity to do that, but I did go to school with a bunch of people that had opportunity to go to Germany and Kuwait and all these different places. So, I mean, while I didn't get to go, I do know that it's a very fruitful experience.
And being in the military, I know it makes you keep up with current events that's going on around the world.
Absolutely.
too, right?
Absolutely.
So what are the type of things you like to keep up with, like, you know, currently?
You know what? Honestly, I think it all starts from the money, right? So I do try to figure out, you know, the monetary system. So things like fiat currency, gold, and things like that. How money works, what money actually is, the stock market, and things like that. So I start from there, from the ground up, and then. Unfortunately, I haven't got a chance to really go into the history. That's my next venture, to really start studying history and things like that and connect the two. But specifically about what's going on now, I mean, it's no secret, you know, Palestine and Israel is going at it. Iran's getting involved and things like that. So because of that, it just makes me a little concerned, you know, especially being a military member. Hopefully the things don't pop off. You know what I mean? But
respect to all my military members out there who watching too, man.
Absolutely.
The BLACKGEO represents everybody out here.
Absolutely. But no matter what happens, just know that you know, I'll be really willing to go out there. That's what I signed up for, and you know, try to make the situation right, you know, as best as possible.
So being a BLACKGEO yourself,
yes.
We're unbiased channel now. We don't say favorite countries, but can you tell my subscribers places you go around the world? Because this man is well known in the Asias, the Europe, the South America. Just tell them, just entice my travels. Some places you love to travel.
So first thing that's going to be on my mind is Thailand, Philippines, Australia, Colombia, DR, Germany, places like that. So I don't know if I can say a favorite. I've been to Australia the most because I have
favorites. We just gonna say the ones you like.
Exactly. No favorites.
I need some subscribers from that country, bro.
But like, you know, out of the ones that I've been to, there's so many more that I have to get to. But I really have a deep love for Thailand.
I hear Thailand is a big move for a lot of Western travelers, even African travelers, Europeans.
Absolutely. And that was gonna be like my point. Like, you know, it's surprising. You're gonna see a lot of people that look like me and you. I would imagine it's a predominantly black channel. That's gonna be out there in Thailand. They're definitely setting up shop over there. There's black businesses and stuff like that. They own a lot of condos, and just the community. You know what I mean? So it was strong out there. So I really like that, and just the people in general, man. Beautiful people, great food, and it's a great place to be.
I mean, your experience with the world, even before you went to Thailand, and I can imagine when you started spending more time in Asia, is that where you got to start doing your motivational videos, or you were doing that before?
I was doing that before. So that's kind of touches on a deeper topic, which is the state of masculinity in men in the current culture, and I think it's a bit of a problem. So I don't fully blame the men and I don't fully blame the women. It's not like a blame game, but I'm just talking about the structure of it, right? So I'm a thinker, so I think about these things. So the main thing for me is that I saw that masculinity was being denigrated, right? That if you step up and if you say that, you know, I'm the head of the household, that you're controlling. If you you know, if you put demands and boundaries into place, then somehow, you know, you're insecure and things like that. And I didn't really like that. And I saw that people were buying it, and I saw that the culture was suffering for it. Not just the men, but also the women are suffering for it, because what's happening is they're creating these soft men and then wondering where the real men are. And it's like, yeah, because you took out their balls, you took out their masculinity, so they're gonna grow up to be soft men. And while you may like that on the surface, deep down you're never gonna be able to fall for that type of man because you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure. So just the suffering that was going on between the men and the women, you know, I didn't like to see that. So that's the reason why I say that. And unfortunately, it comes with like uncomfortable truths, right? If you really go through anything in life, if it's all rosy and fairy tales, then that's not the truth. The truth is cold, you know, and I hate to say it like that, but it's what it is. So sometimes I say cold stuff on my channel, but it is what it is. The sooner you accept the truth and you know, adjust to the truth as opposed to the truth adjusting for you, the better and more mentally sound you will be.
And I see that you do these type of speakings with people in America, and I can imagine you do it in Asia. Are you planning to come to the motherland to come speak to us, my brother? We need this. We need this type of talk too, my brother. You know, we got some hurt men out there too.
I mean, if if I didn't go to the motherland, then what would I be?
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
No, he
like,
told me about some things he got planned. I don't.
Right.
You got to go on his channel, like and subscribe. This man has many plans for the whole world. That's why he's here at the BLACKGEO. You know, supporting his channel.
Yeah,
and can you tell us? You know, myself, I've traveled to Asia a few times. Can you tell us what being black in Asia is like? You know, this is African. I mean black, whatever. I mean, you want to call it for the subscribers. What is it like yourself being able just to walk down the street, not your military side, just your regular side? They see you.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels great, man. It feels great. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been to China, where I heard that things are a little bit different. But in Thailand, where people are a little bit more melanated, actually, you'll find it's a very mixed culture that I feel like I've been accepted really good. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't really had any situations with anyone. At the airport's a little weird, like it's not as friendly, but I went to Pattaya, and I gotta say that people are extremely welcoming. They're black friendly, they love our culture, they love the way we look, they love our vibes. And there's a lot of Europeans out there, but I'm gonna say this way, we stand out in a good way, you know. Sometimes Europeans don't always set themselves up for success. They can be a little bit arrogant from what I've heard, but we come down there and we don't fuck around, you know. We're there for a good time, and people realize that. So the culture's good. Culture's good. Very, very receptive.
And we're gonna just compare this to every country to America.
Right.
Our countries you've been to, what type of women do you meet outside of America?
Wow.
So when you come back to America, I mean, do you get like an odd feeling? Is it hard for you sometimes dating in America as much as you travel? What does it feel like? Can you tell us about it?
Well, I'll say this. A Middle Eastern man once said that he feels bad for American men because you guys pay the most and get the least. And it's absolutely true.
That's the hard cold truth,
and it's absolutely
people.
True. Because you know, in other cultures, they can have multiple wives. Their wives are obedient, and I know people hate that word, but it's true that if you're the head of the household, you have to have good followers as well. So that's just the cold truth. They're obedient, and you know, they're domestic and things like that. Things that, you know, what a man needs, you know, from the inside. In regards to like our makeup, like we're attracted to femininity. So because of that, I'm gonna say that American women are great, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, but it's the inside part that we need to maybe work on. But it's hard though, because they got a lot coming down on them. Feminism,
that's
you know,
spreading around the world too.
Exactly.
Different countries too.
Right, even in Africa, it's a big thing in Africa as well. Just the culture in general, movies and things like that, telling them that they're the princess and they're the prize, and no matter what they do, they deserve, you know, the perfect man, and it's just not true. We all get where we're gonna go from hard work, right? For men or women. If I want a good woman that stays at home, guess what? I gotta be a protector and provider, right? If she wants a man who's going to love her and care for her and do all these things for her, then she also has to give something back. She has to be obedient. She has to be fit, feminine, and faithful. And if not, she's just not gonna get that. And we shouldn't allow that as men. If a woman is not giving you that, then you should walk away. So.
And tell us about, like, in America, to traveling around the world.
Yes.
You know, I'm a nightlife person myself.
Yeah.
And it's a good question to ask you.
Yeah.
Is the club scene in America dead, man? Is it dead?
I mean,
is that culture dead, man? I can't meet nobody at these clubs, bro. I don't have a club like here in America, bro.
No, I get it.
So is it dead here, man?
I get it. All right, so as a clubber myself, as much shit as I talk, I like to be outside. Like, that's just me. I've always been like that since I was young. Mama's like, I'm the type of person, I leave outside in the morning, I come back, my clothes are dirty from playing basketball, drinking juice, and you know what I mean, going here and there and whatever. So like, that's just how I am. So because I like to be outside, I'm gonna have to say it's not dead, but you have to understand it. So this is how I look at it, like this. Like, a lot of times you got to go out to have fun. Don't go out to pick up girls. If you go out to pick up girls, you're gonna be disappointed, because a lot of these girls, they get so much validation from social media, just being at the club in general. You know, the professors, like, everybody's trying to smash, right? Because unfortunately the man has been broken down to a lustful being, you know, because we don't have the spirit of God in us. We're not really focused on God, which is a bigger subject. But anyway,
follow my man's channel, guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
This is a baby tease of what
really.
you gonna get at Delray 8000.
I can go in, but I'm gonna keep it short. But anyway, so what I'm saying is that, like, so because they have so many lustful men, they have so many options. So it's gonna be hard for you to stand out. So I say go out to have a good time. When you meet girls, don't expect anything, right? Meet them, get their number, and try to make a connection. But if it doesn't go that way, then just keep it moving. So the club scene's not dead if you want to have a good time, but if you're looking just specifically to pick up, it's gonna be kind of difficult. I will say this, I would start going to nicer venues. I've noticed when you go to nicer venues, the girls are more receptive.
Yep.
Maybe because they think that, because you're in a nicer venue that you're more trusting or maybe a higher status, but I would say this is all about status nowadays. If you're going out in New York City, you got to come with some sort of status, whether it's Instagram views or your personality or whatever the case may be, or maybe you just got loot or whatever. But
I'm glad you said it.
You wanna go out there. I would say to a nice club or bar or whatever, and just go out to have a good time with your boys. Like act like you're the prize and they're not a big deal. They're just sort of part of the scenery. But if you come at that with that sort of energy, you'll be all right. But if you come at it like I'm just trying to pick up and the night's gonna live and die by if I pick somebody home, then it's not gonna go well for you.
And we're gonna go back to your channel.
Yep.
Your channel represents all men, not just black men, even like the BLACKGEO. Black means unknown geo people.
Absolutely.
But guess what though? With your channel, are you trying to change the narrative for men out here? Especially going on in the coming age of media and how we proceed out here. Are you trying to change the narrative for us? Is that what your channel's about?
Absolutely. I know a lot of men grow up without father figures, at least strong father figures. So, and as well as with the culture, so they have like a double edge. They're getting hit from all sides with this femininity and how their masculinity is bad, whatever. But if I could, the thing I'm really going to try to bring out in all men, if you get nothing from this message, is focus on God. And when I say God, I don't necessarily mean the Christian God, whatever you believe in, but focus on something higher than just fleshly things.
Yeah.
Like this stuff is all great, but it's gonna go one day, right? And as a man, if you attach yourself to these fleshly things, you will be mentally denigrated. So in order to be strong, if you look at the Old Testament, the men of the Bible, whatever, they focused on their mission. They had lots of things to worry about. They had fields and acres upon acres. They had multiple wives and servants and stuff like that. They weren't worried about if a girl didn't call them back. Not that they had phones, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Nah,
the point
that's
is
real
that
facts, man.
they were so large that the small things didn't concern them.
Yeah.
And I want men to get back to that being, right? To being so large in their purpose and in their life that the small things don't get to them. So if a girl is not acting right, she needs to exit stage left, right? Because your mission is so important that you can change the world. Did you know that a man with a powerful will can change the world? There's been farmers, right, that have gotten upset and they said, you know what, never again, and they've changed the world. So that's how powerful men are. That's how powerful your drive and your purpose is. So when you put that first, when you put God first, everything else falls into place. A woman will see that power, women attract the power, and they will come to you because spiritually you're gonna be so on point. So that's the message I want to say, is that do not focus on fleshly things, but focus on the power of Him, or wherever it is that you believe in, and everything will fall into place.
And man, this man has gave us the gospel here on a regular day in the story. And I want to end this with one last great question.
Absolutely.
In the future with your channel, how do you want to be perceived out here? I mean, you want to leave a legacy with your channel? Are you here to do that?
I want to change the culture. I want to stop suffering. I think men and women are suffering these days. I know good guys out there who can't find a good woman, and I know good women out there who can't find a good man. And I think if we change the culture and we just, bring back basic masculine and feminine principles, I think that'll go a lot better. I know women like this feminism, but it's a short-term pleasure for a long-term bad end. Yes, short-term you feel powerful, you got your job, you can go out and do whatever you want to do, but long-term it denigrates your soul. When you aren't with a strong man, it denigrates you to a certain degree. So you got to stop looking at the short sort of thing in front of you and think of the long term. And I don't expect women to change that because men are the head. I know that's not a very popular message, but they are, so we have to change it. So I'm not saying that I'm going to change society. The society is probably going to fall, I'm not going to lie to you. But what I do want to do is I want to set up a little culture that when society does fall, we're ready to take over. And we're going to bring back the principles. It's going to be better for everyone. You may not be able to see it now, but you have to understand how things work, right? The best relationships are relationships based in faith from younger, where both partners have less bodies. Honestly, for men, I don't mind them going out and getting experiences, but for women, they really don't get experiences, they get baggage and trauma, you know what I mean? And it's just how we handle things, differently. So, which is why, older men are seen as more attractive, because they do have that experience and it makes them more masculine. But when women get that experience, it makes them more masculine as well. Unfortunately for them, men aren't attracted to masculinity, so it kind of brings down their, sexual market value in that sense. So, long story short, I do want to change my legacy will be that I changed the way things are working between men and women and made a better future for that.
Yes. And that's what we want to hear, the Black Geo.
Sorry for talking so long, man. I know
crazy.
I get into these things.
Let me tell you
man.
something.
My bad,
if
bro.
we had
I mean,
all day, you lucky this man got things to do.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'm sitting here, but I'm already subscribed to this man's channel.
Absolutely.
Okay, Black Geo, I'm already subscribed to this man's channel.
What's up,
This is what you get at the Del Rey 8000. Can you tell them again, like and subscribe to Del Rey 8000, man?
That's right. The official name is Lionel Del Rey. I put out a lot of shorts because that's what YouTube is promoting right now, but I will put out some more long form videos. But the Cash App is #DelRey8000.
Okay.
All right. So if you like this message and you feel like you want to donate, then please do. If not, just subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you then.
Oh, Black Geo,
You already know.
you better. This man's giving us game from here to beyond to any place around the world,
sir.
and he's bringing his channel to your city soon.
Yes,
so
sir.
like and subscribe. This is what we do. We here at the Black Geo. One love, y'all.